What is going on, guys? Welcome to Gregless TV. In this video, I'm going to go through the first 20 things that you should do, like tips and tricks wise, for your Xiaomi 11T phone. With that said, let's jump into this. Swipe down from the top, hit the little gear on the top right to go into settings. And the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to go into About Phone, and you're going to see the MIUI version. Click on that. And we're gonna see if there's any updates available. So we're gonna hit check for updates. And it's gonna check. And if there is any, we're gonna be able to download and update. If there's not, no big deal. So let's go back here and we're gonna go next into main screen of settings. We're gonna go to System Apps Launcher. So come in here, see if you have any updates for any of the system apps in here. And if you do, you could be able to just hit update all. Going back to the main screen of settings, next let's go into always on display and lock screen. Make sure always on display is turned on. If you know that it's turned on, from here you can do some things. So display items, I set it to always, but you can set a schedule if you want, or turn off when the battery saver is on, or for the first 10 seconds after tapping. So you can set whatever rule you want in there. You can also do custom images if you want of your always on display. I have the clock set in here, so I am going to, that's already applied. So basically it's going to look like this, and I'll just show you real quick. It's going to show notifications and times, and it's a really cool little feature to have on your phone. Most Android phones have it, but this has a lot of customizations and things in here that you can end up doing. Raise to wake, make sure that's turned on. Basically what that does, when you lift your phone up, it wakes up the screen. You can also have the double tap on and off to work in here, and that's right here. So make sure double tap to wake or turn off the screen is turned on. Make sure launch camera is on. Basically what happens is if you press the volume down twice, I'll show you right here, it launches the camera from the lock screen. So it can be very helpful to be able to do that and get into the camera real quick. Next, from the main screen of settings, go into display. Turn it on dark mode. It's going to be easier on your eyes, and also it's going to help with battery life ever so slightly on there. You can set a schedule for it too if you want. Like I just always have it on, but if you wanted to set a schedule, you can do that. Sunrise to sunset's always a good time to do something like that. Make sure refresh rate is set to 120 Hertz. It should be by default, but if it isn't, just come in here and set it to 120. Go to the very, very bottom. You can see Control Center and Status Bar. Once you're in here, battery indicator, tap on that. Make sure you have percentage. It's always nice to see the battery percentage at the top. If you don't want to see that, you can choose one of these other things. Going back to the main screen of settings, next you want to go into sound and vibration. Go towards the bottom here and you're going to see sound effects. Tap on that. Make sure Dolby Atmos is turned on so that you get the absolute best sound. And you can choose everything from dynamic, video, music, or voice. I have it set to dynamic, so it kind of figures out what to do and in terms of the sound effects for that. Back to the main screen of settings, you want to go into home screen, and you can do some cool stuff in here. So your home screens, I do it with the app drawer, meaning that when I swipe up, I have all my apps, and then I have my home screen set to the way I want it. You could theoretically come in here and just do classic. That's going to give you the iPhone setup, which basically means you would only have home screens. All your apps would live on those home screens. You would not have an app launcher. Also within here, you're going to see system navigation. I like having the buttons on here, but you can switch these buttons if you want. Just by clicking this, you can see that my back button goes from the right to the left and vice versa. You also have button shortcuts within here. You can do different things, so you can long press the menu button and have it do something for you, or you can do power in the back button and that'll do something for you. So you have a little bit of customization in here to do certain things to make your life a little bit easier on here. Going back to the main screen of settings again, you want to go into wallpaper. Come in here, change your wallpaper. There's a bunch of different wallpapers to choose from. You can look at weekly hits or search for something in the top right. Once you find one you like maybe I would like, for instance, this one, I can tap on that, hit apply, and then it'll attach itself basically to my lock screen and my home screen, or vice versa. Same thing with themes. Come in here and you can download a theme in here and kind of theme out your sounds and your icons and your wallpaper and all that if you want to very easily, you know, map out your way your phone will look a little bit different. From settings, go into passwords and security. If you haven't already, set up face unlock. That way you can unlock your phone with your face. After you do that, I would say where it says stay on lock screen after unlocking, I would turn that off so that it just goes off the lock screen once it sees your face and goes right into your phone. Same thing with fingerprint unlock. Come in here, add another fingerprint if you haven't already, or whatever, add the same one. Go back to your home screen, press and hold on a blank spot, and you're gonna be able to add widgets. You can see at the bottom here, you have settings, widgets, and wallpaper. If you tap on widgets, this is gonna allow you to add a widget, which is basically a screen on your phone that'll allow you to run an app without, you know, having to ultimately have the app like as an icon right here. It literally just lie on top of your display. There you go, there's a Netflix widget. Lastly, go into your camera. Once you're in your camera, go into video, hit the 3 lines in the top right. On the back camera, change that to 4K. If you go to these other cameras, you can come in here and see if you can change the resolution of any of these. If you can, I would recommend doing them to 4K. The front camera will only be able to go to 1080, as will the ultra wide, so don't be shocked if you can't change those to something higher. Also back on the camera, tap the top right, go to settings, where it says shutter sound, turn that off. It's super annoying and not necessary. So there you guys go. Those are my tips and tricks for the Xiaomi 11T. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys down the road.